greatness. Like
Newt Gingrich says he's a man of grandiose ideas.
yeah, well, I'm a man of grandiosity. Yet I struggle to pay the bills. I think I blame pop music for my pursuit of unrealistic highs. For instance, Kelly Clarkson, when she sang "A Moment Like This," some people will wait a lifetime. For a moment like this, some people search forever. For that one special kiss, oh, I can't believe it's happening to me. Some people wait a lifetime for a moment like this.
You had the most god-awful voice I've ever heard.
So most of my relationships have started out with like these amazing interactions, and it's been like so hot and so passionate. And then they like steadily devolve and collapse and crash within a year.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think it's because I'm not very mature. Yeah, I'd say that.
How long between the beginning of our relationship with its amazing interactions until it crashed? And was that within a year?
I never really had like. It's always been pretty much on the same level for me. Like, a few little flips up and down. But
You were really excited about me at the beginning. I say the half-life of our relationship was about 6 weeks. Yeah,
6 weeks.
And you were like really into me at the beginning. You're like, "Wow, man, I found like the ultimate guy. Like this guy's so cool. He's a rabbi. And he just doesn't, he just like says it, and like all my enemies became his enemies." It's like the Godfather. And what happened with that?
Well, as a blogger, you always get people or topics that you ride for a while, and then you let go of them.
Right. Oh, Abe's asked a question, a Torah question. Can I answer it?
Yeah.
Abe's asked a good question. He said, I think we talked about this last year, but you probably kicked him out of the chat room before we got to that part.
Right.
He asked, why does God say he's only taking, he tells Moses that he's going to take the Jewish people out for a 3-day spin.
Right.
Right? But then they never come back, right?
Right.
So what's that about?
Right.
Right? You know about that? I think we talked about that last year.
Yeah.
And the answer, Abe's, is that God was testing Moses and, in effect, the Jewish people, right? He was testing them to see how they would react to the 3-day thing. And once they got out there, they went out for the 4-hour cruise or whatever on the minnow.
Right.
Then he said, "Okay, you guys passed the test. Now we're going to go." He didn't say we're all going to go. We're all making Aliyah.
We're going to Disneyland.
We're all going to stay to Disneyland or whatever. We're only going to go like halfway down. We're going to go to like going to go like South Central, and like to see if you want to come to that. And everybody went, and he said, "Okay, now I'll take you all the way to Disneyland."
So I quite Rabbi Beryl Wine a lot. And one day I had lunch with this bloke, and he said, "My mom is married to Beryl Wine."
His mom is married to him?
Yeah.
Oh. Who's that?
Baruch Cohen.
Baruch Cohen, who I had lunch with?
Yeah. His mom's married to Rabbi Beryl Wine.
His mom is married to... How is that possible?
Well, people died and they got married.
His mom is married to Beryl Wine?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah. I'm not the type of gossip. Oh. Would it bother you if you were davening in a shul where they got all the seats from a porn theater?
Why would you bring that?
It's a true story.
Okay, wait. They got the seats themselves?
Yeah, the seats, the coverings, the seat.
Have they been sanitized?
I think they've been sanitized.
They're going to have to be sterilized.
They were sterilized and sanitized. But guys used to be sitting on them jerking off.
Oh my God.
Would that do you think that could cause bad luck for a shul?
Well, I would sit on them if I went to shul, right? I would sit on them if I could have a guarantee that they were sanitized and sterilized.
They were sanitized and sterilized.
And like somebody did like ran a bacteria test on them. You know what I mean? But if like,
but you think like there's like what's the Hebrew word for like that kind of yucky?
Tuma?
Yeah.
Are they tuma? Is it it's like impure?
Yeah. Do you think that could cause bad luck for a shul?
No, because nah. A porn theater? Like where they
from a porn theater where guys were sitting there jerking off. Or sitting in these chairs.
No, I would say...
now you're sitting in those identical chairs.
I would say that now they're being elevated to...
so it wouldn't bother you as long as they were clean, as long as they'd been sterilized.
I sit on your chairs in your house. God knows what goes on. like
So
black people's pubic hair.
Can a porn theater be turned into a shul?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
Why not? Oh, he would ask the question?
No, well, don't worry about that.
Okay.
Okay, so Rabbi Beryl Wine writes, the manna taught us that God's grace does not fall evenly on all human beings. Now, I admit, I've been often jealous at the apparent ease with which many around me make money. Like, I look at them, they don't seem smarter than me. They make money so easily, like from a young age, from in my late teens, early 20s, I noticed people had jobs as gophers where they were making $20 an hour, and I was making minimum wage. Like, I've always been jealous of that. And I've also always been jealous at the apparent ease by which many men bed women. Like, how did he nail her? Like this hot chick.
I'm guessing because he didn't say things like, "Oh, if she's fat, if she doesn't wear high heels, if she doesn't wear stockings and a skirt and have a business look." I'm thinking he played it smart and kept his mouth closed.
So, some guys in high school, they went all the way. I didn't go all the way in high school. I didn't get past first base. I reconnected with somebody from my high school, Placer High School in Auburn, California. This guy got a blowjob in high school. I never got anything like that. I didn't even get one of those in college. I went to UCLA. You could supposedly see the Playboy Mansion from some of the dorms of UCLA. I didn't get any of that. How do some men get so much? I spent my high school reading the New Testament. And I wore these untucked dress shirts kind of on top of my jeans and my sweats. And I'd unbutton my shirts to try to look sexy. And I wore a chain with my house key on it. And I still got no action in high school, even though I was a latchkey child, with unbuttoned shirts, it's down to here, and a chain around my neck, hey, I'm hip. I got zippo.
You know what? We've talked about this before. I've said to you before that I think your ideal chick is a Seventh-day Adventist chick. I think a Christian girl
they're hot, yeah.
is what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You're looking for a Christian chick, because Jewish chicks are going to be turned off by all this whole image that you're rocking out there. But I think a Seventh-day Adventist chick, or at least a Christian chick, would be forgiving. These Christians.
And it'd be healing for me, because I went so much trauma as a Christian.
Right.
That if I could just be with a few Christian women, it would help me to release all the trauma that I suffered as a Christian.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can get you a header to be with some Christians.
Thank you. Get one from a Major League Rob.
All right.
Okay, so I think I'm at a low spiritual level, because I can only study Torah these days on my own if I'm listening to Goyish pop music at the same time. So why can't I get into the Miami Boys Choir? Are you into the Miami Boys Choir? Do you play them? Yeah.
In fact...
And you don't have any sexual designs on boys, right?
In fact, I have posted about this before, that my all-time favorite album is Miami Boys Choir, Beshallach Dishmaya.
That's a good one.
It's about 30 years ago. Beshallach Dishmaya, la 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 la.
You got a beautiful voice, right? Don't ever let anyone shake your confidence in your singing. And let them do that.
Right, and I saw the Miami Boys Choir in concert in the 80s.
You must be hard the whole evening.
Shut up. But I want you to know something. It was over at the, I can't remember the name of the theater, where it's one of these small concert halls over in, I can't think of where the name of it is.
Don't worry.
But it was here in L.A.,
mm-hmm.
Okay? It was here in West L.A., and it got a big crowd from the yeshiva people.
Yeah, that's like Elton John for that.
This would have been this would have been Levy.
It's like the Bee Gees were to Studio 54.
And I went there during the 80s, and it was a rocking good time. But the only thing I have to say was, and this is honest, there's a guy who's an older guy.
Yeah.
Now I don't know much.
Yeah, he gets in a lot of the songs.
He's all over the damn place, and it became I went there to see